Hello YouTube, welcome to the very first Photoshop know-how tutorial. A quick note before I get into my main ramble. The reason I have not made a tutorial recently was because I had to reformat my entire hard drive, took a long time to reinstall my programs. I have Windows 7 now on the plus side, that's definitely a plus. Anyway, onward. This is the only Photoshop tutorial I am ever going to post on PSKnowHow ever, and the reason for that is just to show you that I have in fact started making Photoshop know-how tutorials. Yeah, I believe that's it. Oh yeah, and just wanted to say I am sorry for all of you who have been waiting for Photoshop tutorials for a long time. Remember how they taught you superlatives in school, like good, best, better, bestest? Well, anyway, like that, it's like awesome, cool, or cool, awesome, give know-how, or like procrastination, oh my god, get a tutorial done right now, Photoshop know-how. So those are just kind of phrases that go hand in hand. So let's go ahead and get on to the tutorial. This tutorial will kind of just be an introduction to layer effects in Photoshop, so fairly easy tutorial to make a pretty glossy black text. So we'll go ahead and get on and skip the ramble. Okay, so I've opened up Photoshop and I'm going to make a new image 1280 by 800, and that's just because it's my own screen resolution. And background content's white, RGB, just standard stuff. We're going to click OK. Now I'm going to take the gradient tool and select the gradient radial and go red to a darker red and stroke out like this. Now it can really be any color, I just think red looks good with the kind of text we're going to be creating. I'm going to use the font Harabara on bold at 500 points with anti-aliasing set on crisp, and I'm just going to type in the letter, S. Now you can use any font and any letter. I'll have the link to Harabara in the description, and we're just going to apply this layer style that I made, and this is the kind of glossy text we're going to be creating. So let me walk you through how to create this. We're going to double click on the layer to open up the layer styles panel, and I'll go ahead and uncheck all of these so you can see the results as they go. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is drop shadow. Now the values for drop shadow are multiply, 60, 120 angle, 16 for distance, 20 for spread, 24 for size, and leave all of this default. Next we're going to click inner shadow. Now, the defaults for inner shadow are, not the defaults, the settings we're using are multiply, 60% opacity, 120% angle, 16 distance, 20 spread, 24 size, and leave this the same. Now we're going to click inner glow, and the settings we're using for inner glow are screen, 46%, 0%, white, not that cream color, softer, center, choke at 9, size at 92. We're going to do the quality as this contour is this one right here, and range at 50, and decheck anti-alias if it was already checked. So yeah, pretty much you're just following along right now because this is just a basic to layer styles. I think most of you already know what they do. The bevel and emboss is where we really get the glossy text beginning to look. We are going to go inner bevel, smooth, depth 171, direction up, size 35, soften 6, angle at 120, use global light, and then type in 30 as the altitude, gloss contour or normal, set the highlight mode as color dodge at 100%, and set the shadow mode as multiply at 75%. The last thing we need to do to complete this text is click satin, and we're going to use the satin as multiply at 34% at a 19-degree angle, the distance being 50, the size being 29, and this curve. Now those were very specific layer styles, and the layer styles are going to depend on the font you use and the size of the font you use. So these layer styles I'm providing you are pretty much set for things about the size of 500. Now they can of course be resized, but that's really what they were made for. So you can of course tweak the layer styles accordingly based on the size of your font and the font itself and the letter. And the awesome thing about layer styles is that if you want to save this, just double click and click new style, then save this as cool black gloss. We can now apply this to any effect. So say we take a T of Harbara, we can also go ahead and just apply that layer effect, and it now looks the same, kind of, for all letters. So thanks for watching the very first Photoshop Know-How tutorial. A GIMP tutorial is coming a bit later this week, and yeah, hopefully that was an okay first tutorial. So anyway, I am Photoshop Know-How, I guess I should say, and thanks for watching.